Hey guys, we just got a new update for Mecha BREAK. The devs posted dev update 14 here yesterday, so I'm going to be going over it in this video. So okay, so it looks like they're going to be talking about the ultimate abilities that will be coming to the game eventually, and the multiplayer PvE mode. So two things I have been very excitedly waiting for. So, here we go. Hey pilots. First, we owe you an apology on the silence. The dev update column has been dark for a while, and honestly, the reality matches your suspicions. Since the new team formed, we've been rebuilding and developing at the same time. Routine quality of life fixes and bug patches we can turn around quickly, but season level content needs real validation and polish. Yep, we didn't want to overpromise on things that were still shifting underneath us. That's fine. I like that. All right, with the July 21st patch, as noted in our version announcement, I made a video on that if you guys haven't watched it. Season 4 receives its final update. Season 5 arrives on August 4th, and as promised in our open letter, the major features we committed to will ship on schedule. Let's go, and let's get into it. All right, on the ultimate abilities. So first up, the one everyone's been asking about, the ultimate system now has an official name, Break Override. Okay, so their ultimates will be called Break Override. Um, and it's going live in season 5. Sweet. So on July 4th, not July 4th, on, where is it? I just saw the date. August 4th, sorry. That took me too long. But as shown in the image below, a new energy charge bar sits beneath the existing UI. So let's see. New charge bar. Okay, so that's right there. That's fine. I've kind of felt this is a little bit messy, but I'm sure you're able to move that around where you want. So that's fine. Once it's full, hit the corresponding button and you'll activate the break override state. The charge rate is influenced by multiple factors beyond the default time-based gain. Okay, so you can just get energy just over time. It will give you some energy. So you're probably like guaranteed one every fight regardless. Any action that contributes to the match will accelerate charging, including completing 6v6 mission objectives. Cool. Okay, so that sounds just like doing damage and probably healing, probably tanking, and like activating beacons or sitting on a payload will charge it faster, it sounds like. We've also accounted for the fact that lopsided matches could become even more one-sided with the system in play. Okay, so this sounds like they might like implement a nerf if one team starts getting too strong. Like if they're winning too hard, it might balance itself out a little bit. To mitigate snowballing, when the score gap between teams grows too large, the trailing side receives a speed boost. Okay, I'd actually prefer that to giving the advancing team a nerf, actually. Um, so that it means it won't start to feel worse for the if you do well, it won't feel worse for you. It'll just get more challenging for you because the other team will get better, so it'll just keep it in line. I like that a lot. Much more prefer that to nerfing the side that's doing the better job. So yeah, and it gives them a real shot at fighting back. Cool. That said, we want to be upfront about the scope. Season 5 launch version Break Override prioritizes combat mechanics and practical in-game feel. In form, it's an override built on each striker's properties and native armaments. It won't initially include special weapon configurations or large-scale cinematic effects. Okay, that's fine. We're nailing down controllability with respect to match pacing, balance, and combat feedback first. The spectacle comes later. I'm cool with that. I would rather them get the actual feel of all the abilities to feel really nice when you're using them, and then make them look really cool. I'm fine with a two-stage thing because it feels like if they gave us everything at once, that would be cool. But giving us whatever it in two parts feels like two separate things. I like that a lot. That's totally fine. And especially whatever, they're saying there's a new team there, smaller team, so it makes sense that they're taking their time, but they're doing it smart here. We like that. In its current design, Break Override focuses on striker survivability and sustained teamfight pressure over a set window. You won't simply get deleted and waste the resources the moment you pop it. Instead, each striker can leverage its unique characteristics, whether that means focused single target burst or establishing an overall HP advantage, significantly amplifying an individual pilot's impact on the fight. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like other ultimates in other games. I do like this. You won't simply get deleted and waste the resources the moment you pop it. This is really I don't know. This is funny to me for a dev update. You won't get deleted the moment you pop it. I like that language in a dev update is really funny to me. I like it. Um, we've also seen the widespread calls not to throw Break Override directly into ranked. Okay, sweet. That's that's actually really smart, and we hear you. Our current plan, following the Season 5 update, Break Override will be disabled in both 6v6 and 3v3 ranked modes. I'm cool with that. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually. We'll evaluate whether, when, and under what rule set to introduce it to the competitive environment based on performance data in other modes, player feedback, and balance validation results. Cool. That actually makes a lot of sense. So you won't, because if anybody here plays Marvel Rivals, they just put in a new system, which is honestly, it'll probably feel very similar to this, where they gave every single or character in the game a new team up ability, and that's kind of thrown the whole game into kind of chaos for the like first week or two when they came out, and then they've been like hot fixing everything. So this one, it sounds like, or what they say is they're not putting it into ranked modes. So that's cool. So you can play like quick matches here for 6v6 and 3v3, and it'll just feel whatever. It'll feel almost like a different mode, but then you can just still play the 6v6 and 3v3s without having to worry about having the game balance totally broken. So you can still climb ranks and however. Cool. I like that. And they say they will evaluate whether or not they want to bring it to it based on all the results. Cool. And then regarding availability in other modes, we're still conducting detailed impact assessment. And then please refer to the Season 5 announcements for specifics. Additional details on break override mechanics will be shared separately once preparations are complete. Cool. So this doesn't really show what it will be. It'll be automatically on your X key. I don't see anything in this photo that leads me to or shows me anything about what Panther's ultimate or break override will be. No, if I'm being real, I don't know if anybody's gonna call it a break override. Everybody's just gonna call it their ultimate. But anyways, on to the PvE. PvE multiplayer. I'm excited for this. A sincere thank you to everyone who jumped into Seasons 4 Spectral Nexus. Your enthusiasm meant a lot. That said, we know it has problems, we've read the feedback, we've seen the discussions, and we plan to significantly overhaul PvE gameplay in Season 5. Alright? Here's the plan. We'll retain the existing Spectral Nexus tower climbing mode, while building a brand new PvE experience around the same core pillars the same core pillars of stage clearing and randomized buffs. We're calling it the new tower for now. Once the new season begins, both PvE modes will be available with leaderboard rewards tracked independently. Okay, yeah, so if you clear like floor 200 or whatever with 2 people, or I think they said 3 people, but if you clear like super high, you won't be interfering with the leaderboard for single player. So some people might specialize in single player, some in multiplayer. We'll see. The map concerns many of you have raised, addressed. The okay, I'm excited for this. The new tower's combat scenario shifts to a body of water that should feel very similar. Interesting, and the overall combat flow will be noticeably smoother and more natural. Okay. Body of water that should feel very similar. I wonder if this is the toilet bowl map that everybody hates. I don't play much PvP, but that would be really funny if they just changed the map that everybody hates in PvP and just made it a PvE mode. I think that would be kind of hilarious. What other body of water? I don't know, maybe something in Mashmac. Anyways, enemies are getting a shake-up too. Thanks to the new environment, Hellcat and Morena will appear in the challenge roster, giving pilots a richer variety of encounters to deal with. Nice. I was wondering when they would do that, and this sounds like a perfect time for it. So they are bringing more bosses because for the endless mode, they actually brought up some fun stuff. They brought like the arms that appeared in the drills. They like would stick a bunch of those on the towers, so this is cool. They're bringing new bosses in there. I like that. The new tower supports both solo and trio modes. Cool. Each with its own toon difficulty. Trio can be accessed through party formation or online recruitment. Interesting. You could like randomly, you could grind with randoms for the trios. To enhance cooperative experience. Beyond the standard individual buff selections, we're adding public voting phase every 5 levels. Okay. Applying shared modifiers to allies and enhanced modifiers. Oh, enhanced modifiers to enemies. So you can so maybe you'll be able to like give yourself 100% crit damage, but then it might make enemies 5% more health or something like that, or 5% more damage. It adds a layer of collective decision making that makes coordination feel meaningful. I like that. So if you do it with randoms online, some people might troll or whatever. But if you do it with people you know, then you should be able to coordinate that super effectively. Finally, rotating modifiers we previously mentioned will go live with the season update, cycling every 2 weeks. So the cycle is the same as we currently have. These are initially designed to apply only in the PvE tower modes. When active, your striker gains additional positive effects, but also takes on certain negative penalties. Interesting. Each rotation will be announced in advance so you can prep builds and plan strategies ahead of time. Oh, okay. So like 1 2 week session will maybe focus on tank builds or something, and so you'll want to like it'll decrease your damage, but maybe increase your tankiness. So interesting. Okay. Like Break Override, the PvE Tower mode is in final internal adjustments. We'll have more content and materials to share soon. And when they do, I will be making a video on it. So this is a good time to ask you guys to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I would really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. Thank you. But okay, so continuing now. Everything above represents what's available at Season 5 launch. In our next update, we'll talk through the mid-season content plans, as well as the seasonal progression goals many of you have been asking about. Until then, see you out there, pilots! Cool. So these are... I'm assuming this is the voting session. So they talked about collective decision making here. And so this looks like you're able to vote. Like I see 2 people have voted on this one. And so 2 people want at 6 layers deals 15,000 damage, or like auto splitter, each shot fires 6 additional heavy howitzer. Oh, interesting. Can you hold an auto splitter and a heavy howitzer? You probably can actually. Um, but this makes me think that you would be able to go in there. You might want to coordinate your builds as well, because if on these combined rounds, if you select like auto splitter, maybe you're other teammate is running howitzer and they don't benefit from it at all, but everybody benefits from nano erosion and at 6 layers. So, okay, that's kind of interesting. So you might all want to run in with, like, if everybody runs auto splitter, then when you select this one, it gives everybody this auto splitter. So you might not want to run mixed builds like this. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, that is the dev update 14. That's pretty exciting. I'm excited for these changes, ultimates and new PvE update. Then guys, thanks for watching.